Hey there, so let's have a real talk for a second about that moment we've all had, standing in front of the bathroom mirror, tweezers in hand, staring at those two bushy caterpillars above our eyes and thinking, okay, if I take just one hair from here, will it all fall apart? Or worse, am I going to walk out of here looking like a silent film star from the 1920s? We've all been there, that paralyzing fear of the overplucked brow. It's a huge deal, especially when you're navigating the world of crossdressing and trying to find that perfect, delicate balance between expressing your feminine side and, being able to walk into a grocery store or a work meeting the next morning without feeling like you've got neon signs pointing at your forehead. Honestly, eyebrows are probably the most underrated part of the face, but they do so much heavy lifting. They frame your eyes, they signal emotion, and for us, they're the absolute key to softening the face without making it look like we're wearing costume. So today, I want to walk you through exactly how to shape them so they look clean, groomed, and feminine, but still totally natural and, most importantly, invisible to the untrained eye. We're going for that. I just woke up looking this polished vibe. You ready? Let's dive in. First off, we need to talk about the why. Why do the brows matter so much? Here's the thing, masculine brows tend to be lower on the brow bone, thicker, and a bit more straight across. Feminine brows, on the other hand, usually sit a bit higher, have a graceful arch, and taper off toward the ends. When we're cross-dressing, we want to create the illusion of a more open eye area. It makes you look more awake, more approachable, and yes, more feminine. But the trap everyone falls into is thinking they need to make them thin. Please, whatever you do, don't go for thin. Thin brows can actually make you look older and, frankly, they're a lot harder to pull off. What we want is shape, not just less hair. It's about being a sculptor, not a lawnmower. Before you even touch a pair of tweezers, you need to prep. Don't just start yanking. You want to do this after a warm shower when your pores are open and the hair is softer. It hurts way less, trust me. And listen, get yourself a good pair of slanted tweezers. None of those cheap, dull ones that just slide off the hair and make you frustrated. You want precision. Now, here is the golden rule, the absolute secret sauce to not overdoing it. Do not use a magnifying mirror. I know, you think you need to see every single molecule, but those mirrors are the enemy of perspective. They make you focus on one tiny hair, and before you know it, you've cleared out a whole section of your arch because you lost track of the big picture. Use a regular mirror in good natural light and keep stepping back to look at your whole face. Now, let's talk about the map. Every face is different, but there's a basic geometry that works for almost everyone. Take a pencil or the end of your tweezers and hold it vertically against the side of your nose, pointing straight up. That's where your brow should start. Anything in the middle, over the bridge of your nose, that's the unibrow zone, and that can go. Clearing that space out immediately brightens the face. Next, tilt that pencil from the side of your nose so it passes right over the center of your pupil. Where it hits your brow, that's your peak, your arch. This is where the magic happens. Finally, line it up from the nose to the outer corner of your eye. That's where the tail of your brow should end. If it goes too far down, it can make your eyes look droopy. If it's too short, it looks unfinished. Okay, now for the actual hair removal. The biggest tip I can give you to avoid that plucked look is to only take hair from the bottom of the brow. Seriously, leave the top alone for now. When you take hair from the bottom, it literally lifts the brow up, creating more space on your eyelid. This is what gives you that feminine lift. Start by just cleaning up the strays, those little hairs that are wandering off toward your eyelid. Once those are gone, look at the bottom edge. Instead of creating a sharp, harsh line, just gradually thin out the very bottom row of hairs under the arch. Think of it like fading or blending. You want a clean edge, but not a surgical one. And please, for the love of all things holy, take it one hair at a time. Pluck a hair, step back, look. Pluck another, step back, look. It's not a race. What if you have really thick, long brow hairs that stick straight out? Instead of plucking them and leaving a bald spot, try trimming. Brush your brow hairs straight up with a little spoolie brush or even an old toothbrush. Any hairs that stick way up above the natural top line of your brow, just snip the very tips off with tiny scissors. Then brush them down and do the same for any that hang way below. This reduces the bulk and makes them look groomed without changing the actual footprint of the brow on your face. It's a total game changer for keeping things looking natural. Now, let's talk about the stealth factor. If you're worried about people noticing in your daily life, the trick is to do it gradually. Don't go from a forest to a garden overnight. Take a few hairs every couple of days. People's brains are weird. They don't notice slow changes. They just think you look rested or cleaner. If anyone actually asks, which they probably won't because people are mostly focused on themselves, you can just say you got a haircut and your barber cleaned them up, or you just felt like tidying up. It's totally normal for men to groom their brows these days anyway, so the taboo is really just in our heads most of the time. One thing that often gets overlooked is the color. If you have very light brows, they can disappear when you're dressed, making your forehead look huge. If they're very dark, they can look heavy. If you're worried about them being too prominent, you don't necessarily have to pluck more. You might just need a little brow gel to keep them in place. A clear brow gel is your best friend. It keeps the hairs going in the right direction so they don't look messy, but it doesn't add any color or makeup look. It just looks like you have your life together. And hey, if you mess up, if you get a little click happy with the tweezers and end up with a gap, deep breaths. We've all done it. It's not the end of the world. Hair grows back. In the meantime, a tiny bit of matte brown eyeshadow or a brow pencil can fill that gap right in. Just use light, flicking motions to mimic actual hairs. No one will know unless they're standing 2 inches from your face, and if they're that close, they're probably looking at your eyes anyway. The most important thing I want you to remember is that this is your face and your journey. There is no right way to look. Some people love a very dramatic, high-arched brow, and others want something almost indistinguishable from a standard masculine groom. Both are valid. The goal of My Life, My Rules is exactly what the name says. You define the rules. If you feel beautiful and confident, that's the win. Eyebrows are just a tool to help that inner confidence shine through a bit more clearly. They're like the frame on a masterpiece. They shouldn't distract from the art. They should just make it easier to appreciate. I really hope this helps you feel a bit more empowered to take that mirror time for yourself. It's a small act of self-care that can make a huge difference in how you see yourself. It's about taking control of your presentation and feeling congruent with who you are in that moment. You deserve to look in the mirror and love what you see every single time. Before I go, I want to hear from you. What's your biggest struggle with grooming or finding that balance in your look? Or do you have a funny tweezer disaster story to share? We've all got them, so don't be shy. Drop a comment below and let's support each other. If you found this helpful, please hit that subscribe button and join our community here at My Life, My Rules. We're all about sharing these experiences and making the journey a little less lonely and a lot more fabulous. You can also check out our other video on softening your features with simple makeup if you want to keep the momentum going. Remember, you are brave, you are beautiful, and you are exactly who you're supposed to be. Keep shining, keep being you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching till now. It means the world to have you here. This community is all about empowering each other and celebrating the incredible journeys of everyone on their path to living authentically. If you're ever feeling lost or alone, remember you have a whole family here for you. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and let's keep inspiring each other, sending you all the love and strength in the world. Until next time, live your life by your rules.